Game & Watch.
Man, you're asking me to tell you about this matchup. Do I look like I'm from the Midwest to you? Shout out to Lucky.
I'm trying to just get this off my plate.
Listen, there's only a couple places in the world, right? You're gonna see this matchup. Japan probably being the most notable one. You've got multiple high-level Game & Watches and also Brood, and so you'll see it occasionally, but it doesn't come up very often. Big things of note, right? The bucket gonna be huge for Game & Watch in this matchup. You disrupt Kazii, you disrupt Poison Cloud. And Game & Watch is very good at edge guarding you, very active multi-hits, which work well against a very heavy character like Piranha Plant. This Game & Watch will just drag you to lead. He will corner you, and he has a great time executing his game plan in this matchup. It's going to be a struggle for Plant to get too much going.
I'm glad you mentioned that about the bucket, because a huge part of Piranha Plant's game plan is ledge trap. Like, this character overall is not that great, but when they get you on the ledge, sometimes it feels like you can't do anything. However, that bucket from Game & Watch could end up being very potent.
I love that. Sorry, I loved using the Patui there to put you in hit stun, bat around the key. Didn't work the second time around, but we already see Lardo cooking, finding the first stock, and now just looking to try and find another opening here, Lentini.
Yeah, we were talking about the potency of bucket in the matchup, but Lardo already showing us that they do not care. They're going to find a way to use that Patui either way, and so far I haven't seen the counterplay working out too well against it.
And very creative movement from Lardo, I think, has been one of the keys to his early success here. Just a little bit of dash dancing, almost like it's melee. Some very interesting positioning and choices on when you're going to look for these side specials, these down specials, the up smashes to boot, closing out the second stock. But it's been really hard for Kazii to get a lock on what Lardo wants to make happen, and on some of the, lock down his positioning. And even here at ledge, right, he's getting tricky with it, dropping off. Gonna get caught out, though, and that's gonna be the stock just like that. Kazii playing himself back into this game. Still work to do, but Game & Watch can make a stock disappear in an instant when he wants to.
This is not over yet, especially if we go for a judge like that.
Are you kidding me right now?
Oh my goodness. It took 2 tries for the 9 to come out. There's something in the water in the Collision series. I swear, all these Game & Watch players throw out 9s like no tomorrow, and it just works.
Listen, man, and it's not actually a 50, it's not actually a 1 in 9 chance. Those numbers, it's actually 1 in 8. When it gets down to the timer too, it gets even higher. You get actually over 50% odds in those last couple seconds of the match. But Lardo not even gonna give Kazii the opportunity to find those increased chances. We're not playing for time. He's looking to close this one out and fast. Kazii does, obviously, right, closing the percent isn't out of this game yet, especially if Lardo cannot keep the feet in the ground, but it's been Lardo's game. He's the one who's been controlling the pace, the one whom Kazii has not been able to find an opportunity around. This, however, is Kazii's opportunity if he can just keep you from getting center stage back.
Oh! Nope. I was about to compliment Kazii on the comeback, but Lardo managed to keep it from getting out of control. Great stuff there. Brought it down to last stock. Very impressive from Kazii to not get tilted there, recognize the win conditions, using that high-risk, high-reward judgment hammer that ended up working out. But now, let's see if that adaptation sticks around for Kazii, or if maybe Lardo was starting to figure it out on that last stuff.
Yeah, I mean, what I will say, if anything, the momentum adjustment-wise felt like it was going Kazii's direction. It wasn't just because of the 9, right? He was clawing that one back to a last-hit situation, got called out and caster cursed, at the end of the day. But getting into Game 2, less room for Lardo to work with. There's less room to run away, reset these situations, and control the pace of the game with a zoner and set play character like Piranha Plant. But you have to scrap. That's Game & Watch's wheelhouse. I think Kazii's set up very well here to send us to a Game 3.
Yeah, I completely agree. We've already seen how well Kazii plays up close, using those nairs, those up airs, juggling Lardo so well, a character who can kind of struggle to land, and in this matchup, struggle to get back to the stage if he chooses to land by going into the corner like this. Meanwhile, Kazii just racking up that damage and using the reflector, but great grab.
I love that second buck. it to bait out the Patui, say, okay, I'm going to reflect this, and then dash in and punish you for it, knowing how much end lag that move has. We're seeing Kazii play a very defensive game, occupying the center stage, sitting under the center of this platform, not letting Lardo be able to lob these Patuis and find falling neutral air. And without that, Piranha Plant's ability to approach you is just severely limited. Kazii has locked down the entire center circle, and there's nothing for Lardo to do.
Kazii didn't even wait to see if that down smash connected, just went right into the chair, taking full advantage of just how little end lag Game & Watch's smash attacks have, but the double roll called out by Lardo, not enough to take the stock, but he is clearly fishing for it.
For it again! I respect how much Kazii is looking any opportunity down throw 9. He'll take that chance. Because, hey, it doesn't work out, you know, it's a little bit of percent. Maybe you could have gotten more off that interaction, but when it does, baby, they're dying at 10%. That's it everywhere you want to be in. You know what? The way Lardo is swinging left, right, and center, Kazii is just betting on finding these advantage states, finding these neutral interactions, but he's gonna have to on his next stock here as Lardo manages to lock down that first one finally.
Yeah, that is a huge pickup for Lardo. Kazii definitely in the lead here and doing a good job of pushing that advantage and forcing Lardo to play to his win condition. But at the same time, we saw the comeback going the other way in the first game, but just like that, Kazii trying to seal it off. Lardo on his last stock. We may be seeing a game 3.
I mean, hey, man, we said it, right? And now it's going to happen. And this is why they pay us the big bucks.
Wait, you're getting paid? Hold on now.
Oh, what? You're getting paid? Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it at all. The only thing you got to worry about is this chef, as Kazii just is putting the hurt on Lardo. Nowhere for him to run, nowhere for him to hide. The jump, though, to not get buried there. Smart thinking, fastest option in the moment to get out of dodge, so you're not going to die, but just take the hit. You have to find a way out of the corner, though, and then make something happen. There is nowhere to run. This Game & Watch is on an onslaught right now.
We are seeing so potently just how difficult it is for Lardo to deal with this up-close pressure from Kazii. All those moves with so little end lag, and Lardo doesn't have great out-of-shield options to punish those, so Kazii can just gotta swing for the fences. Forget what I'm talking about. Killing with
911? 911? Yeah, I'd like to report. I'd like to report an emergency. I think we have a murder. So send in the fire department, cause that was holy mackerel. Holy mackerel.
Man, that was what a way to end that game number 1.
Game & Watch is just so good at chasing you and continuing that advantage state pressure, right? Putting you in awkward situations. And, you know, is it really a character that punishes you harder than most for not saving your jump, right? Everyone talks about save your jump, but Game & Watch especially, if you don't save that jump, he's gonna chase you with that parachute 7 ways to Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw there the mix-up potential of Kazii in the corner has been doing such a good job throughout the set of ledge trapping, and they're mixing things up when Lardo doesn't expect it, going for that edge guard. But now in game number 3, things are starting to swing the other way a little bit on this first stop.
And Landini, it's that large stage again, right? We're back to PS2, and with more room to work with, more room to run away, Game & Watch's stubby little legs are starting to hurt him. Lardo's able to just reset, force Kazii to approach by winning first neutral, and then just catch his interaction over and over, right? That set play, that trap, those traps that Piranha Plant wants to set up, that is the strength of his gameplay. And we're seeing Lardo execute that game plan to perfection early on. If he can get his feet back down, reset to stage control just like that, this has an opportunity to get out of hand fast.
Absolutely. We saw Kazii with a little bit of an opportunity to bring it back, but Lardo has just been so good at using, like you said, this larger stage to run away from all of Kazii's pressure up close and get that set play going. However, Kazii manages to get the kill there. What can Lardo do with this little bit of invincibility to get the set play started?
Well, I mean, he could have ordered a smash. He could have not ordered a smash attack with the side of a smash attack, but that's what happens when your chef is Mr. Game & Watch, right? He just cooks up something spicy. And Lardo, though, knowing how to return to sender, find something spicy of his own, lines it up, takes the stock just like that. We're right back in this one. Lardo locking down the lead and trying to take this set 2-1. He is seeded to win this one, but not by much, Lentini. Can he hold on, or are we gonna find it? He just missed it. Kazii, gotta be feeling that one. Can he come back from it?
Yeah, that absolutely stings. But if you're Kazii, you just have to accept that's what happens when you play this character. Not only do you have to gamble on the 9, but you have to get those reads and those good reaction times on the DI. Oh, the coverage off stage, not going to be enough. Great response from Lardo, but it doesn't matter because the smash attacks.
That was insane coverage. Like, for him to recognize that was so smart. What's interesting, though, is that we haven't seen him throw out another hammer. So this next one can't be a 9, right? He didn't prime it again, which is why he didn't look for that down throw 9. We're not going to see it again this game. Most likely, he's going to go for it there just to reset. Did he forget? I think he forgot that it wasn't reset there.
Look, when you're a real Game & Watch main, it doesn't matter what the screen tells you. You see the 9 in your head, and you need to make it count. However, not going to work out in that case, not able to connect it, and now Lardo has an opportunity to close this out before it gets out of hand. But can you get away from this pressure?
I mean, for Piranha playing, it's not so much about getting away from the pressure, it's catching the pressure, right? You want to sit still, you want to use that big body, tank up, maybe, you know, fade something back, take a weak hit, and then find a counter hit, explode that advantage state in your favor, find the right stage positioning to get your opening. Now you just have to get them off you. It's a full-on scramble. Both these players want to end it out the back of the up smash, whiffing because of that invulnerable head from Game & Watch. Lentini, we're coming down to the wire.
No. Oh!
I mean, I guess we were there.
Okay.
We were already there.